Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is the finale race in season number 1 of the HERS Dash series, and this one is going to be one for the ages. Even though this series isn't necessarily a fan favorite, we're going to have a very intense points battle in this one. We have ourselves, let me count them here. We have ourselves 12 guys, half of the drivers that race here in the HERS Dash Series, that have a chance at the championship. It is a 20-lap race here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway to crown a champion for the first season of the HERS Dash Series, and let me tell you, it's been a great season. I've had a lot of fun doing this one, and it's definitely fun enough for me to return it sometime in the future. Not entirely sure when, but we're going to keep this one in the storage compartment until we get to it, because it's definitely a nice series, and I love it. And we got ourselves a very good points battle for it. I think that's why I like it so much. Anyways, the point standings, the top 12 in the point standings coming into this race. I'm going to go through the top 12 because all 12 of these guys have a chance at the championship. Aaron Walpole is the points leader with 57 points, I should say. Excuse me there. Walpole has been in the points lead ever since the race before Chicagoland. I forget exactly where that was, but Walpole has been a very consistent driver so far this season here in the HERS Dash Series, and he just got to hold him off for one more race if he wants to get the championship. However, for Walpole, he starts 20th in this race, very deep in the field on the outside lane. And here at Homestead, the outside lane is not usually the best place to be. Chris Skinlart, the first winner of the series and the first two-time winner this season, is only 2 points behind. If he finishes 2 positions ahead of Walpole, he wins the championship because Skinlart has the tiebreaker for those 2 wins that he received this season compared to the one that Walpole has gotten. Zachary Fitzwater, only 4 points behind the most experienced driver with a great shot at winning it. The past winner of the last 2 races here in the HERS Dash Series, Blaine Keys, only 10 points behind with a great shot. Tyler Markell, 11 points behind. Mitchell Carter, also 11 points behind. And we have Emily Anderson, 14 points behind. Hannah N., 14 points behind. Dane Cooper, 15 points behind. And then these are guys past Dane Cooper. These are guys that really need a lot to happen if they're gonna win, if they want to win the championship. John Andrews, 22 points behind. Alice Johannes, 23 points behind. And Isaac Nichols needs a miracle. He is, you know what? Isaac Nichols can't win the championship. I'm sorry, because he's 26 points behind. At the most he can gain on points leader Aaron Walpole is 25 by winning the race, and Walpole finishing last and gaining 1 point. So, I'm sorry, Isaac Nichols unfortunately does not have a chance at the championship. So 11 guys with a chance at winning the HERS Dash Series championship here tonight. One of them will be hoisting the trophy at the end of the race, and it's going to be a good one here in this 20-lap race here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Let's go ahead and get these guys to roll off here for the final time this season. A couple of guys who are not in championship contention. The 99 of Jonathan King, starting alongside the 88 of Patrick Schamberger. Row number 2 sees Tyler Markell, 11 points behind, alongside Emily Anderson, who is 14 points behind. John Andrews, 22 points behind with a shot. Lucifer Sam not in championship contention. A couple of guys who are not in championship contention either. Richard Kinghart in the 4 and the 14 of Jay Jefferson. Number 6, Aiden Shepard, is unfortunately not in championship contention. Starting alongside Jonathan Hoff in row number 5. Dane Cooper, 11 points behind. 15 points behind. Carter looks a lot like Cooper, doesn't it? But 15 points behind for Dane Cooper, starting alongside the 56 of Chris Skinlart, who, if they happened to finish the way they are running right now, would, I do believe, win the championship. It's extremely confusing. Anyway, you see the rest of these starting positions on the bottom of your screen. There he is, the points leader, Aaron Walpole, starting 20th for this race. It's not good if Skinlart finishes 2 positions ahead of him. If Fitzwater finishes 4 positions ahead of him, it's not looking too good for the 83 of Aaron Walpole. But you never know what could happen in one of these races. 20 laps of action here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. It's the final race in the HERS Dash Series Season number 1. Jonathan King with the advantage on the inside, and Tyler Markell. He is winless this season, but he has run a very consistent season in that number 22 machine. And he is going to remain in second place. You see John Andrews in the middle here. The way they are running right now, it's not going to be possible for him to win the championship, especially with all these other championship contenders running in front of him. Markell, at the moment, I do believe, might be in the championship lead. And he's going to go for the lead to the inside of the 99 of Jonathan King. They're 4 wide back in there. They're now 3 wide, but they were 4 wide for a moment. They actually are 4 wide. That's Emily Anderson. They're going 5 wide. These guys are really wanting to get this championship, get as many points as they possibly can, but you do not want to end your night prematurely, and this 4 wide might do so. That's Hannah N. 4 wide on the inside of Dane Cooper, Emily Anderson, and John Andrews. Andrews is falling back. You see Walpole back in there. He is on the inside lane now in the number 83. But Markell is leading, and the way they're running, I do believe Tyler Markell would be the champion. You see Skinlar here in the 56. Andrews just brushed the wall, and they were scrambling to get around him, exiting turn 4. Oh, and the 42 of Chris Dodd. He got spun to the inside a little bit, almost came up through the field. Walpole 22nd. That is nowhere near where he wants to be if he wants to win this championship. Markell stuck on the outside, 3 wide, as Jonathan King back up front in the 99. Here comes Aiden Shepard in the number 6. He's got to run to the inside of Jonathan King. How about Richard Kinghart through the middle in between the 6 and the 99? That's the very interesting thing about this racetrack. You can make a pass through the middle. You don't see that hardly anywhere else we go. On any racetrack we go to on NAPAFan, but here, that is the case. Tyler Markell is falling back, and at the moment, Zachary Fitzwater, I do believe, would be the champion. Dane Cooper in the 78 is part of this battle for the championship, so is Emily Anderson, but they are not enough positions ahead of Zachary Fitzwater to surpass Fitzwater in the point standing. So right now, it's Zachary Fitzwater in the championship position. Now keep in mind, I could be wrong. I am going off of my head for this, and my head doesn't know math too well. Try figuring out derivatives. Oh no! 39 William Johnston around! And we're going to have more carnage as Salzman gets in the Skidlart in the 56! The guy who came in 2 points behind involved in this one, Tyler Markell in the 22, also torn up. And the championship hopes will end for the 22 and the 56. Those derivatives, man, they just mess everything up. Right when I mentioned it, we had a big crash. 39 of William Johnston spinning around. Dale Salzman getting caught up in it. And then up into the wall he went where Chris Skinlart and Tyler Markell were. And neither of those guys are going to win the championship. It's looking like Fitzwater at the moment. He's still in the points lead. However, Walpole is going to close up here on these guys. But Fitzwater only needs 4 points to get to the 83. And right now, that 9 is plenty positions ahead of the 83 to surpass him in the point standings. There are no pit stops. Dane Cooper is leading the field. He is one of those guys with a shot at the championship. At the moment, though, he would not surpass Fitzwater in the points, and that's why Fitzwater is currently in the championship lead. But we'll see what happens on the restart. First, let's go ahead and review the crash that happened here on lap 6 of 20. Well, with all the 4 wide that was going on deep in the field, this was bound to happen. Chris Skinlart just losing it a little bit off of turn 4, getting into William Johnston. Jonathan King coming back up on Tyler Markell. Markell was already involved in this one. King comes back down on the 20 of Dale Salzman. And they get hooked together, and they shoot up the racetrack into Chris Skinlart, who had, at the moment, really one of the best shots at winning the championship because he only needed to gain 2 positions on Aaron Walpole. You see Walpole driving by him there on the apron. And Skinlart and Markel, two guys who came into this race in championship contention, getting knocked out in this one. Now, they may be able to continue, but that 56 is probably going to have too much damage to be able to contend with anybody else. And that's a tough break for the first two-time winner this season here in the Hers Series. And a tough break for Tyler Markel. He was leading this race. He was in the points lead at the moment when he was leading, but he's not going to win the championship in the number 22. We are going to replay this one in real time. And that was Skinlart getting loose off of 4, getting into William Johnston, shooting Jonathan King down in to the 20 of Dale Salzman, who came back up on the 56 and the 22. And that is going to be it for those two guys and their championship hopes. A tough break for those guys. Anyways, this guy is leading the field, Dane Cooper, in the number 78. He came into this race 15 points behind. Now, he will get 2 bonus points for getting the win, so he does not need to be 15 positions ahead of Walpole to surpass Walpole in the points, but it is super complicated, and we do know at the moment that Fitzwater would be the champion if they finished the way they are currently running. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to the restart here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. And this just happening on lap 9 of 20. Leader Dane Cooper blowing up in the 78. A major malfunction on that machine, and that is simply just a heartbreaker for that team. They were leading the field. They had a chance at winning the championship, but another guy who had a shot entering today's race getting knocked out midway through the going here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. A tough break for the 78 of Dane Cooper. Aiden Shepard will be leading the field in the number 6. Back here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway with 10 laps to go. It'll be 9 laps to go when we cross the line next time by to take the green flag. Aiden Shepard is leading the field in the number 6, and it'd be great to see him get a win. 14 of Jay Jefferson. He won at Darlington earlier this season. He's currently running in 2nd. I know Richard Kinghart won a race. I can't remember where it was, and I would like to apologize to the number 4 for not remembering. Emily Anderson, she comes 14 points behind with a shot, but right now the championship leader is that guy, Zachary Fitzwater, the most experienced driver in the field, running in 5th place, trying to grab his first ever championship on Napa-Fin. Aaron Walpole, who comes into this race the points leader, currently runs in the 12th position. And he's got a great opportunity at moving his way through the field in these final 9 laps. To the lead, Jay Jefferson to the inside of Aiden Shepard. Shepard getting a run on the outside, though. So what I love about this racetrack is both lanes can get a good run. You can run the middle, you can run the inside, and you never know which one's going to work. Most racetracks, it's just automatically assumed that the inside lane is the best place to be. But here, we get passing, and we get all the lanes to run pretty equally, but just at different times. And that's what I love about the Homestead-Miami Speedway. That's what makes this racetrack a great place for the finale races here on Napa-Fin. Anyways, that is Richard Kinghart making it 4 wide and pushing the 14 of Jay Jefferson to the lead. These guys better be careful going 4 wide exiting turn number 4. And you got Zachary Fitzwater right behind these guys. Fitzwater is still in that championship lead. And he needs to finish where he is. He needs to finish 4 positions ahead of Aaron Walpole if he wants to win this championship. But boy, is he cutting it close. 4 wide, entering turn 3. And he's on the outside here. Aiden Shepard was to the outside of him. And the 9's going to try to get around the 16 of Jonathan Hoff. But it has cleared up for the number 9. And he's not 4 wide anymore. Now single file for Zachary Fitzwater in 4th position. He might win this championship without even winning a race. You gotta watch for these guys here. They're coming close. They're bumping off each other down the back. But they're gonna keep it together. That's Hannah N. and Patrick Schamberger down the backstretch, almost crashing on lap 15 of 20. 5 laps to go. It's Richard Kinghart takes the lead from the 14 of Jay Jefferson. Emily Anderson runs in 3rd. But the guy who is looking to win this championship is running 4th. Zachary Fitzwater in the number 9. Aaron Walpole was in the points lead for so many races here at the end of the season, but he is just mired back in traffic, running 16th. And he is not going to win the championship if he finishes there. 4 laps to go. Jay Jefferson and Richard Kinghart with a great battle for the lead here in the finale race. Who's going to get it done in this one? How about Emily Anderson making it 3 wide for the lead? Now with Fitzwater running in 4th place, Anderson does not have a chance at winning the championship if Fitzwater finishes in 4th place, but still, something could happen to Fitzwater, and this 27 could be in the catbird seat if something happens to that number 9. However, Fitzwater is moving his way up. He just took 3rd away from the 14 of Jay Jefferson, and he might go 3 wide for the lead to the inside of Anderson and Kinghart. But you gotta be careful. You do not want to get involved in a crash this late, because if Fitzwater does, Walpole will probably surpass him on the racetrack, and that means that Walpole would be able to beat him in the points. But right now, Zachary Fitzwater still holds the championship lead. Jonathan Hoff in the 16 taking it away from the 9 and the 27. Oh boy, we're going to have 4 wide, and the points leader, Zachary Fitzwater, is going to be right in the middle of this. Oh boy, these guys better be careful. That's Jay Jefferson, Lucifer Sand to the inside of the 9 of Zachary Fitzwater. Mitchell Carter taking the lead. And here we go. The final lap in the HERS Dash Series Season number 1 is right now. Jonathan Hoff and Mitchell Carter side by side for the lead. Carter comes into this race 11 points behind. If he wins this thing and Fitzwater falls back enough, Carter might win the championship. They're still side by side for the lead on the final lap of the race. Mitchell Carter with a run to the inside of the 16. Jay Jefferson looking to the inside of the 21. We're going to have a good finish here for this one. Mitchell Carter and Jay Jefferson. Carter's going to get the win. Zachary Fitzwater finished in 6th position. Okay, so at this point in the original recording, I believed that Zachary Fitzwater had won the championship. However, as you will see shortly in the video, that is not the case. You'll see what happens here shortly. But I would like to apologize for getting ahead of myself and having to redub this. I am redubbing this so that I do not give any false hope to the 9 of Zachary Fitzwater, because unfortunately he does not have enough. Very well be wrong here. I do believe Mitchell Carter and Zachary Fitzwater have tied. Oh boy. I think Mitchell Carter just won this championship. Yeah, I would like to apologize to Zachary Fitzwater for assuming that, he was going to win the championship there, and that is the one unfortunate thing about these points battles. It is very confusing, especially in this one. Now, the Turkey Hill Series is probably not going to be near as confusing, because they have spread out in the top 5 very wide. But here, it was very close. And I do believe that the 21, he's going to get 26 points. He's going to gain 7 points. And that is exactly how many points Mitchell Carter was behind Zachary Fitzwater. That means that they're going to tie in the point standings. Mitchell Carter won the race, which means Mitchell Carter is going to get the tiebreaker and the championship. I just don't know. I thought that Fitzwater was good, but we're just going to have to see. Hold on to your breath. I'm going to tally up the points, and I will show them to you right now. Well, this is definitely one for the ages. Mitchell Carter is going to win the Season 1 HERS Dash Series Championship on the tiebreaker simply because he won tonight's race. His first win of the season gives him the tiebreaker over Zachary Fitzwater. They tied in the points standings. I just can't believe it. I would like to apologize for calling it to Zachary Fitzwater. I should not make those kinds of assumptions. I actually was thinking that Fitzwater had 11 points ahead of Mitchell Carter that whole time. I was incorrect about that. I was thinking Fitzwater. I was saying that he was the points leader. This is what I did. I messed myself up in my head. I was saying that Fitzwater is the points leader. At the moment where he was running, he was the points leader. because I was thinking he's the points leader, Mitchell Carter 11 points off the points lead, I was thinking that Mitchell Carter was 11 points behind Zachary Fitzwater. He was only 7 points behind Zachary Fitzwater, and that is exactly how many points more that he gained on Zachary Fitzwater, and they tied in the points, and Mitchell Carter gets it done at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Your champion, Mitchell Carter, wins it here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. He wins the race and the championship. Jay Jefferson, Jonathan Hoff, Lucifer Sam, Richard Kinghart, and Zachary Fitzwater. If we do this series again, you're getting a reserve because of that. I really am sorry about that. And that is definitely a huge mistake on my part. It should not have happened. And I am very, very sorry about that. Like I said, I'm not really good with the math. And turns out that I messed that one up in my head. Now, if I have a piece of paper and I'm doing it, of course I could figure it out. But I don't have a piece of paper where I can just go ahead and figure it out right on that lap. I got to keep on changing it every single lap. And it is definitely very confusing, especially considering how many guys were in the points battle. And I really have to extend my sincere apologies to Zachary Fitzwater for that one. But beyond the fact, that is an extremely tough way to lose the championship. You think you're going to win it, and then out of nowhere, somebody who's 11 points behind, you don't really think they have a shot, comes through, wins the race. If Jay Jefferson had beat Mitchell Carter to the line, we wouldn't be talking about this. Fitzwater would be the champion. But it did not happen, and Fitzwater finishing in the perfect, or the not-so-perfect position to lose the championship from the 21. And I gotta really apologize. I am so sorry about that. But you know what? It happens sometimes, you know. At least we know who the official champion is now, and that is Mitchell Carter. Blaine Keys, Emily Anderson, Grayson Acevedo, and Aiden Shepard round out the top 10. And I'm feeling terrible about that. I really am. Man, I hate it that I did that. But you know what? We all make mistakes, some more than others. I'm one of those that makes mistakes more than others, but you know what? We just move on and we live with it, and we're just all happy that we can have this, that we're enjoying it, and that's what really counts. I hope you guys enjoyed the race. This definitely was a fantastic one to record, and I'm looking forward to whenever I can get to a second season of this series. Definitely a fun series to do. And I'm looking forward to possibly returning this series sometime next year. I just got to see how my schedule goes. Who knows? I mean, I'm going to be in college this time next year, and I just have no freaking idea what my schedule is going to look like. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching the whole season of the Hers Dash series. I know you guys, didn't really care about it too much, but I really enjoyed it. I like the simplicity of it, and we're definitely going to return this sometime. Because it was just such a good series. And Mitchell Carter, congratulations! You are the champion in Season 1 of the Hers Dash series. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching once again. Here are the final point standings. Of course, you did kind of already see them there. But here are the final point standings for the Hers Dash series. And that is it for me. I would like to apologize once again to Zachary Fitzwater. And when I do this series once again, you will get a reserve, an automatic reserve, because of that. That should not have happened, and I am very, very sorry about it, but this is the way it happens. I'm feeling bad because I didn't call the proper champion. You know how many times that's happened in real NASCAR where they didn't call the proper winner of the race? We all thought Brendan Poole was going to win that race at Talladega. No, Elliott Sadler was. At least it wasn't Joey Logano. But anyways, all of you guys are awesome. None of you are like Joey Logano, and you know it. And I love having you guys racing in these series. And all of you deserve to win as much as you possibly can. But unfortunately, that can't happen. And that's why everybody's equal. And that's why we race to see who does win. And Mitchell Carter happened to come out on top. I tell you. Thank you guys very much for watching the whole season. On Wednesday, we're going to have the Phoenix race in the Turkey Hill series, and on Saturday we'll have the finale in the Turkey Hill series right here from the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Yeah, I've been talking too long. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.
step